On this day in particular, I think it's fitting and proper that we put a little more emphasis on the national anthem. Of course, the ceremony at the middle of the field. J.D. McEachran, there's not much you can say except this is a nation that needs to get back to some sense of normalcy. And we think that high school football, in the fact that there's only travel on buses, is concerned, and there's not the concern about any kind of lengthy travel, to keep things normal for high school kids, to keep things normal for our even 7th and 8th graders that play in sports and things like that, to try and keep things as normal as possible, keep those soccer leagues going, and that's what America's about.
Point well taken, Bob Goen. There's a lot of things that are going to be happening in the next days and weeks, and I'm afraid to say years, that will affect us all. And but as far as we're concerned here today, we're here for football, with things heavy in our hearts and on our minds. And but the game's going to be played, and we're here to bring it to you, and we'll just go from there.
Okay, we're here to present two defending Super Bowl champions, and Gloucester, the last 3 seasons, 30-0-2. 32-0, I'm sorry. 30 wins, 2 losses, no ties. Super Bowl champions in Division III last year. We're competing against the Master of Ceremonies, the PA announcer here, and we have number 8 kicking off for Reading. That's Angelo Ciano. And deep for Gloucester, Tyler Testaverde and Kyle Goodwin.
Onside kick, ball loose.
Covered. And so they made an attempt.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Alert, Mike Mann. Reading came a little, that I think was a designed onside kick.
I think it might have been a designed play, yeah, to try and take advantage of Gloucester getting psyched up to make the return with a bunch of new people on special teams and a lot of new faces. 18 seniors graduated from a Gloucester team that won the Division III Super Bowl. And also a big loss for Reading, and in particular their quarterback who went on to tough Steve Pizzotti, who threw for 1,900 yards last year as they won the Division II Super Bowl. Both teams have some talent, though, and the handoff is right up the middle. No, it's to the outside. It's Chris Ciccolone. He breaks free, and he could go all the way.
Needs one block. He is going to go all the way.
And he's gone. No flags on the play.
Not a flag in sight.
58-yard touchdown run on the first play from scrimmage, and once again they fooled me with the handoff. And the handoff was made by Nolan Palazzola, and the good blocking outside, and an exciting start to the 2001 campaign for the Gloucester Fishermen.
Well, a little too quick a start. We certainly weren't settled in. First an onside kick by Reading, and Mike Mann alertly picked it up, gave Gloucester good field position. Gloucester with a spreaded butter wing tee. Gigoloni lined up at the left wingback spot, and just a basic handoff. Had to have some good blocking out on the right side, and didn't have a chance to set the right side, left side, or any side of the Fisherman offensive line. And McKechnie was the center, and Gigoloni, once he got into the clear with enough speed, and Gloucester quickly had to score. Now we have a flag thrown as Gloucester comes out. Probably shot a man, or one too many, or a little confusion on the extra point team, and they're going to be penalized 5 yards. We don't have the Gloucester kicker, and this was a roster handed to me before the game by Pat Barry, and he said they're all here. So
we do have the name on the back, and of course we don't have the good enough eyes to read it.
No. It's number 19, and again, Pat Barry is the guy
the holder is Vito Giccoloni, the backup quarterback.
Keating. Okay. Keating is...
Okay, we can see him. Okay. Listed
as number 4. Kyle Keating hit the goalpost to 5 yards, cost him.
Definitely cost him.
So Kyle Keating is number 19, listed as 4 on the program. Keating, part of a good freshman group from last year, now a sophomore, obviously, and good athlete, and unfortunately penalized 5 yards, and it cost him. But Gloucester is on the scoreboard, as we said, very quickly. No chance to set anything.
We didn't even get a chance to say Nolan Palazzola was the only returner in the backfield, starting returner. But of course, Chris Giccoloni carried the ball some last year. Kyle Goodwin, the wingback, carried the ball some last year. And we're looking at a fullback by committee, perhaps in the start. There could see 3 possible fullbacks, but they all got experience. And part of the reason they all got experience is because last year's team was so dominant, JD, that the starters sometimes just played the first series of the third quarter and were out.
Well, success begets success, and Terry Silver over the years, we've commented on it a zillion and one times, but doesn't look to run up scores, and there's two reasons for that. One, the sportsmanship angle, but you only get kids for a couple of years in high school ball, obviously. They move on, and you want your youngsters ready to play. And the young kids, a lot of juniors on this team, and I think that will be the key to the success of this team, how quickly they settle in. But they have gotten some playing time last year, so they're not exactly rookies.
Leo LaTraverse
set to kick off.
Set to kick off for Gloucester. Just 16 seconds of the game. Gloucester with a 6-0 lead. Kick to the right. Tyrone Simpson will pick it up for Reading, bring it back up the middle, and he'll go down at about the 30-yard line.
Tyrone Simpson returns the ball from about his own 8-yard line.
Look to be either 28 or 26. It's going to take us a while to get used to the numbers. I'm going to say 28, and on the tackle, and that's Jesse Williams, if I've got the right guy, and if not, well, my apologies. But again, Brad Barry never lets us down with rosters and numbers, and this was handed to us just before the game, so hopefully we are as correct as possible.
We expect Mike Hurley, number 7, at quarterback for Reading. Simpson is the tailback. Mark DeMass, the captain, one of the tri-captains, is the fullback. Simpson gets the ball over the left side. Lead blocker was DeMassi, and Simpson goes ahead for about 5 yards to the 35-yard line. Jim Unison on the tackle, number 89.
Eunice lined up on the left side of the Gloucester defensive line and went down the line. Made the play. Now I found another number that, yes we do, Dan Murray is playing defensive end. Okay, well there's cousins on either end. Dan Murray, first-year football player, outstanding basketball player, outstanding athlete, and we didn't know that he had factored into the defensive side of things.
He's number 91. Handoff over the left side. Running room, and DeMasi will get a big first down and more up over midfield. So Reading comes out and is running to the left, and on that left side, Big John Kazanovich, number 82, also one of the captains. I'm sorry, not one of the captains, but a 3-year starter. And Matt Austin on the left side at left tackle for Reading.
Kevin LaTraverse and Tyler Testaverde chased him down, but interestingly, again, Jimmy Eunice was a part of that play from his defensive left end spot.
This time there's a little mix-up in the backfield. That's going nowhere. Whatever that was, it was designed to fool Gloucester, and they fooled themselves, J.D.
A little misdirection. The handoff wasn't a good one. A little bumping in the Reading backfield, and Gloucester able to stuff that one quickly.
Gloucester basically with a 4-4-3, but they've been lining more people up on the line of scrimmage, J.D., in the early going here.
Greg, don't call me Jeff Thomas, which I spent most of last year calling him Jeff. In on the defensive stop. Greg, a good kid. He tells me that with a smile. So, and as big as he is, I'm glad he tells me that with a smile.
Okay, we're now going to have timeout.
Reading's got some problems. That's a Reading calling timeout. They got some problems. That was called by the coach and staff. We could hear that all the way up here.
Your cornerbacks are Kyle Goodwin and Tyler Testaverde as expected. Testaverde come off a little bout with mononucleosis, and Paul Simon is the starting safety, number 21. We've got Tyler Stropo, 52, as a linebacker. Leo LaTraverse, 41, as a linebacker. We'll give you the other two in a second. And again, the defensive line is the starting tight ends, Jim Eunice and Dan Murray. 89 Eunice, 91 Murray, and then the interior linemen are Reza and Thomas, both on the offensive line also. Reza 59 and Thomas 75. Once again, Jim Reza and Jim Eunice are the captains, and Jim Eunice is on lists throughout the world, I guess, that he's one of the best players in America, and being heavily recruited by Division I schools. I guess that says it the best.
Well, he's certainly being recruited, and every place you look, Globe and Herald, big articles, local schoolboy publication, front page picture. Jimmy looking a little fearsome on that front page. But he's earned the recognition, and good for him. Now Reading back with split outs.
2nd and 11. We know Reading wants to run the ball mainly. after being a passing team last year. But now they have a quick out, and that's defended fairly nicely by Gloucester. That's Steve Gath on the reception.
Mike Hurley's pass is complete to number 9.
Gets it ahead for about 4.
Gath split out wide on that side. Just looked right in at the quarterback. Pretty good throw out there. Didn't lead him upfield, but got the ball up to him quickly. But good coverage over on that side. They did get a couple, but not that many.
Just barely a forward pass, J.D.
Yeah, they had a pretty good angle on it. It was by about half a yard.
We're just underway at Reading. 8 minutes to go in the first period. Gloucester struck on the first play from scrimmage. Chris Ciccolone from 58 yards out. Now here's a deep throw, and the man is wide open, and he can't get there. That was a zone mix-up by Gloucester. The man was allowed to run free, and that was number 11, Otoriano, who's the safety and the split end. But Reading will be forced to kick.
It would have been a good catch, but it was a catchable ball, and there wasn't a fisherman jersey within 5 yards on either side of him. He slid out there and got himself into a seam, and fortunately for the fisherman, he did run under the ball, but unable to hang on to it.
It's a sunny and cool day here at Reading.
Beautiful for football, absolutely.
Excellent.
Beautiful. Not much of a breeze. Flag at half staff, as one would expect, but barely moving.
Left-footed kicker number 5, and the kick is handled by Testaverde. He'll go down just about his tracks, but it's good that he did come up and catch the ball.
Yeah.
Save Gloucester some yardage at about the 23. The kicker was Jason House.
23, Tyler Testaverde.
Yeah, we talked about Gloucester having to reload after last year. Reading in the same position. Bud Rowan mentioned the loss of some key players.
Yeah.
So both teams coming off successful seasons, and both teams having to rely on youngsters that have some playing experience, but big shoes to fill for Reading in the quarterback spot.
First down and 10 for the Fishermen, the 23, and this is the wingback. Goodwin with some blocking in front. He'll get ahead for about 3 or 4. Goodwin goes in motion, takes the handoff. Palazzolo again at quarterback.
Help with number 44, Andrew Heaney.
Anthony Folletto is in there at fullback right now, number 22. And keep in mind, Gloucester uses fullbacks who can weigh anywhere from 140 pounds to 210 pounds, J.D.
Prerequisite is you got to be tough.
Yeah.
And in Gloucester, they come tough in all sizes.
Now Folletto lines up as a sole setback behind with double wing. And the straight drop back. Look for Murray. Murray breaks a tackle. It's a matter of speed.
Does he get a block?
Otoriano has the angle. And Otoriano takes him down at about the 21-yard line. A nice catch, a nice stiff arm, and a nice run, J.D.
He doesn't look like a guy who played in his first football season as a senior. He just stepped out a little bit. Palazzolo spotted him nicely, put the ball in there nicely. Then Murray did the rest with a nice piece of running, and you're right, a nice stiff arm in there to get himself going, and showed some pretty good speed. We know Dan is very, very athletic, but certainly looked like a receiver on that one.
Mark it at the 18-yard line. 56-yard play. Handoff right up the middle, Folletto, and he's going to get close to the 10-yard line, right on the 10-yard line.
Nice hole over the left side. McKechnie, John McKechnie is the center, replacing Zarilli, a 3-year starter. But McKechnie is one that did see some playing time over the last couple of years. So he's set to step in at the center spot.
McKechnie leads him out as the custom of the Gloucester Center. Zarilli did it for 3 years. And now we got the double wing set up again with Folletto the sole setback. Ciccolone to the left, Goodwin to the right. Ciccolone goes in motion, Folletto over the right side.
Nice hole, right
good
over
blocking,
Thomas.
good running.
Nice
That'll be
hole.
a first down. First and goal for the Fishermen. Looks like a very competent offensive unit, and all we've done is just change players.
Yeah.
It's going to be first down and goal to go.
Nice hole there. Folletto finds it quickly.
Leo LaTraverse checks in now.
Murray goes off.
So LaTraverse will be at the other end. Eunice in the usual place on the left side, although he'll switch on defense. Palazzolo barks and signals and hands off over the left side. This one's a nice play by Reading to stop Folletto, as he went to the left side.
Fioletto's the ball carrier. He stopped for no gain.
As usual, the quarterback Nolan Palazzolo over to talk to the offensive coordinator, Paul Ingram.
About the 4-yard line.
Gloucester
Be a
call
timeout.
Some changes on the Gloucester coaching staff. Tom Walsh, longtime assistant. Now they're saying, okay, they did charge it to
It's a timeout, but they're not going to have the whole team come over to the side. Just
okay, they just got a little confusion going on. They want to get squared away as Terry Silver and Paul Ingram are talking to just two of the team. But anyway, Tom Walsh, as I said, longtime assistant, left the program. Tony Owls, because of work commitment, no longer involved. And Mike Brennan, certainly competent assistant for many years, moves up and moves into Walsh's assistant position.
Second and goal at the 4, J.D. Pitch play, Giacalone blocking, he cuts it back in, and it doesn't work out. Goodwin held his block, but I think the play might have gone better to the outside, J.D.
Probably thought he had a little room inside of Goodwin. Goodwin, I think if he cut behind it, we get an angle, it's easy for us to see. But he made a commitment to try to cut back into the hole that wasn't there.
The ball is just at the
Murray back in.
4-yard line.
This is a spot where you can use Murray's athletic ability, because all you're going to do is put it up high for him, and nobody's going to go up there with him. Let's see if they try that.
Yeah, Gath, who's covering him, is about 5'9", maybe.
Reading coaching staff doing a
It's a
lot
hand
of
off to
jumping around.
Folletto, and Reading stands tall. So Gloucester tried to, it looked like they might be in a passing set. They went for the quick trap play, and Folletto stopped.
The Reading coaching staff absolutely knew where that play was going, because you could see them. They're directly down below us. And they lined Murray up here to the left, and you got to think they're just going to maybe lob it up into the end zone and let him go up for it. But they pretty well knew what Gloucester was going to come with.
Gloucester had first and goal inside the 5, and they've only been able to get to the 2 in 3 plays. But they're going for it on 4th down.
Now
Approaching 3 minutes left in the first period. Double tight end with Murray. Palazzolo rolls. Palazzolo is going to run. He's not going to make it.
No, nice defensive play.
Nice defensive play. Nice stand by Reading.
Yeah.
Gloucester could have really put a crimp in their plans offensively, J.D., to run the ball by getting a second touchdown in the first period. And Reading stands tough on defense. Number 44, Andrew Heaney, on that play.
Palazzolo had a little screen block over there, and it looked like he had the corner of the end zone, and wherever Heaney came from, he came up very, very quickly and avoided the block and made a nice short tackle. Good defensive stand for Reading, but they're starting very much in their own end zone.
Right. But they have some talented runners, Tyrone Simpson and Mark DeMasi. They were moving the ball a little bit till they had some confusion on their first series. Now this handoff is over the left side for about 3. That's DeMasi handing it off to the fullback inside their 10-yard line.
Gives themselves a little running room.
Kyle Goodwin.
Again, their tight end is Casanovich, John Casanovich. The outside receiver is Otariano, Mike Otariano, number 11, who also plays safety.
5-yard line.
We're going to call it 2nd and 7 from about just over the 5-yard line, maybe a long 6. Handoff, the right side, nowhere this time.
They try to come Eunice's side.
Yeah.
They're not going to get him blocked out.
Is the ball carrier.
Eunice stopped the play and then got help from his friends. Oh, what a friendly spot.
Oh, wow.
Oh, what a friendly spot.
I thought it was a loss of the play.
Oh, give me a break. Alice in Wonderland, our first referee of the season, out to lunch.
Actually, no gain on
Now, Bob George, you promised me that you'd be easy on the referees this year.
I know, that's right. But not on stupidity.
Big play for Reading.
3rd down, right up the middle. DeMasi will get it. First down.
Quick
and
hitter.
he's going to break a tackle. He's a tough runner. He's a tough runner, and he got some yards there. Give him 13 yards. Out to the 19-yard line. He didn't even need the 2 yards the referee gave him on the last
Nice
play.
over the right side on the Reading offensive line. He gets there quickly, then he breaks a couple of tackles.
Well, Gloucester with two huge plays here in the first period, a 58-yard touchdown run, a 56-yard pass play, but they only have 6 points to show from it, and Reading shows some defensive quickness inside the 5-yard line, JD, and they show some toughness getting that first down.
Time winding down in the first period, just under 2 minutes. Reading resets. Tight formation.
Handoff, and this is penetration by the fisherman, and stopped right along the line of scrimmage. I think it was La Traverse on the penetration.
Or is that Tyler Stropel?
Oh, it could have been Stropel, 52.
Somebody got in, I think it was Stropel, and got a hand on him, slowed him down, and just gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe picks up half a yard.
Second down and 10 for the Rockets at their own 20.
Stropel, another one of the juniors who saw some experience last year.
Okay, Eunice goes to the right side of the defense this time. And Gath is set out to the left. They also have a slot man, Otariano. And another receiver. This is a little swing pass to the Otariano, and he's going to get some yardage.
Oh!
And he breaks the tackle.
Get him out of bounds.
No, he wasn't even
out of bounds. He stayed in bounds. Good piece of catch and run.
And it was a nice lead pass by the quarterback, Mike Hurley,
out to the Reading 38.
hitting Otariano in stride.
First down and 10 for the Rockets.
So Reading showing the ability to move the ball. They're at their own 38. We've got a timeout on the field, and could be the end of the first quarter. Yeah, it is the end of the first quarter. We show 36 seconds on the clock and counting. But on the field,
6, Reading 0.
So after one quarter, it's 6-0 Gloucester. We'll be right back. Welcome back for second period action at Reading. Between Gloucester and Reading, Gloucester with a 6-0 lead, and J.D. McEachran, some nice things shown by Gloucester on offense, two big plays, but Reading did have the good goal line stand, and Reading has shown that they can move the ball.
Well, that goal line stand certainly gave them some offensive momentum. They did some good blocking up front, opened up holes, as you said, a couple of good running backs there. They got a little bit of running room. They're taking advantage.
Hurley hands off, and this is Simpson, and Simpson breaks a tackle and gets ahead for about 5 or 6 yards. Let's call it close to 7 yards.
Paul Simon in on the tackle, along with Goodwin. Stropel lined up as one of the linebackers. Kevin La Traverse goes out, and Nick Cookrew comes in. Cookrew, a
Tyrone
senior.
Simpson is a sophomore and saw considerable action towards the end of the season last year. I don't think we saw him in the opener last year. And then played extensively in the Super Bowl victory for Reading. This is Damasi, and Damasi will have the first down, and he doesn't have exactly the quickest start, but once he gets going, he's hard to take down.
And he's a little bit upright, too. He leaned into the hole a little bit, but the big thing for Reading, there's a good hole for him to get to, and he's tough to tackle in that secondary. He's a strong running back, strong kid.
First and 10 at the Gloucester 49. We see Nick Cookrew, 47, in there at linebacker for Gloucester. And we see Jack Reed, number 10. They're the outside linebackers right now. And La Traverse and Stropel are in the inside.
Ball
loose, and the ball is Gloucester's, I believe.
Gloucester, I think there. Let's see. Now he got back on.
We also have a penalty on the play.
No, that is Gloucester ball. Flag on the play.
Flag on the play, but doesn't look like it's going to be. It's going to be a motion against Reading, I believe.
Gloucester obviously will refuse that. Now it's holding against
okay.
Reading. Okay,
well,
refuse.
Once again, they tried a misdirection play. They held on it, and when you're going straight ahead with your regular plays, why do you have to try and confuse anybody, JD?
Right. Now they success just finding that offensive line hole and getting in there, and the backs are doing the job for them, and they tried a little misdirection thing. Ball falls loose. I think it was Thomas that they recovered. I'm not sure.
But McKechnie leaves Gloucester out.
Gloucester has the balls.
Murray split slightly to the right this time. Long count.
Looking
Murray
for
is held
Murray.
up
They
in the
jam
line.
him up.
Palazzolo's going to have to run, and they definitely held Murray at the line that time.
They absolutely jammed him up. They almost double teamed him over there. He probably felt like he was back playing basketball again. Palazzolo took a quick look out this way, realized that Murray hadn't gotten off the line of scrimmage, and forced to put it down, and loses the yard on it.
He did well to get just a 2-yard loss on that play.
Well, Nolan, as we've noted, is a very, very good athlete, got some quick feet, he's fast, and he had to do a little scrambling there to even get back towards the line of scrimmage. But they were prepared for Mr. Murray. They wouldn't let him out.
Murray set out further to the left this time, and this is a quick pop to Eunice. And Eunice gets about 6, and a good tackle on the play.
Eunice might be hurt.
Number 23,
Eunice is
Kevin
hurt.
Donahue. Okay,
He's getting up slowly.
The pass is complete.
Not sure whether it's his hand.
Tackle made by number 23.
Ref talking to
Kevin
him.
Donahue.
Trainer can't come out until the ref calls her out. Now, here she comes. Marion Zalski, long-time trainer for the Fishermen. Terry Silver out there with her. Jimmy walking it off. I can't tell whether it's his hand, leg, or exactly what. You can see by his reaction, he got twisted around when he got tackled.
Yeah.
And now they're going to bring him off.
Leo LaTraverse will come in.
He's going off pretty much under his own steam. But guy got down low on him and kind of twisted him around, and you can see that Jimmy kind of banged the turf. I can't tell what they're looking at. Looking at his left hand, okay.
8-yard gain on the play, 3rd and 4 for Gloucester from the Reading 43.
Okay, the good news is they're looking at a hand. Whistles on the play as Reading jumps. I don't know if Gloucester moved.
I think Gloucester moved.
Precipitate. I was looking over at the trainer working on Jimmy. Appears to be his left hand or wrist, and he's in some distress.
Gloucester was trying to call an audible that time, I believe, JD, and Reading seemed to be all over the play once again, or at least they thought they knew what the play was going to be. We've got 8:40 in the clock moving in the second period. Gloucester 6-0. It was 6-0, just 16 seconds into the game. Chris Ciccolone broke a 58-yard touchdown run after Gloucester recovered an onside kick to start the game. And since then, Gloucester has driven deep into Reading territory and been turned away. Reading has driven twice into Gloucester territory just barely and turned it over on a fumble once. There's a
intercepted.
Not a good throw. Otariano.
He stays on his feet.
rolled.
One man to beat.
And
Good
it's
tackle
McKechnie,
over there.
I believe.
I think so. Okay, no, it might be 68.
68. Sorry.
And that's a save. Well, actually, that's Dan O'Connor. And on the interception, the intended receiver was able to get a piece of him, or he was long gone.
Yeah.
And O'Connor hustled over there and a good short tackle.
That was a throw into double coverage, JD. Not a good one.
Let's see if Eunice comes back out. He's back out there. Looked like that the trainer was working on, he might have dislocated a finger or something. She didn't tape him. Kind of worked on his hand, and he's back out. Timeout called by Gloucester, and Reading with the momentum.
Yes, they have the momentum, and they're at the Gloucester 36-yard line, which is their deepest penetration thus far.
It'll be interesting to see if Reading offensively just keeps it straight ahead and let's go get them, or they've tried the little razzle-dazzle stuff a couple times. It hasn't worked.
So far from on top, Gloucester will react to misdirection plays, and they have the quickness to get back into the flow. And right now, it looks like the Reading offensive line is doing a pretty good job of knocking Gloucester off the ball a little bit. And
there's definitely some nice holes there for the running backs.
The intention is, I think, clearly to run away from Jimmy Eunice, and the one time that they ran on his side, it didn't work out at all. But I say the biggest surprise of the game, JD, may be the fact that Murray is also a starter in defense.
I'm very surprised with that.
All right, Gloucester
Not
could put to the
now.
test.
Check the defensive down line.
Kevin LaTraverse is in, number 3 now.
O'Connor, who just made the touchdown-saving tackle, is out there.
LaTraverse will be a defensive end now.
Reza.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. LaTraverse will be at outside linebacker now. Misdirection.
And it bounces off
Demasi gets a couple yards out of it.
Mike Demasi is the ball carrier.
Gloucester jammed up the middle of the Reading offensive line, but Demasi bounces off, gets a couple yards, coming out to the left side a little.
Got to give him 4 on that. Second and 6.
Greg Thomas with a help from some of the defensive line. It's going to be second down and about 5 yards to go. The ball is at the
Hurley trying to make
52-yard line.
that last play look like a pitch out and then hand off to the up man.
They flip-flop Eunice defensively. Now he comes to this side.
Simpson with some room, and Simpson will get close to a first down. He'll be stopped about a yard short.
Tyrone Simpson is the ball carrier.
Stropel in on that play at the inside from his inside linebacker spot.
Reading inside of the 30, you got to think unless something disastrous were to happen, if they don't get the first down, they'll take another crack at it.
Second down, third down, and 2.
They got a not so good spot on that one, so it's almost 2 yards to go now for first down. Demasi will get the first down up around the 25-yard line, and just good line play, and
picks up about 2
Eunice
yards
on the
now
tackle.
to the first down to the 25. It's going to be first down and 10 Rockets.
We're going to be under 6 minutes, or close to 6 minutes when this play goes off, and it's basically been a ground game for both sides. The one big pass play for Gloucester. Of course, 2 big plays for Gloucester, basically.
Eunice being flip-flopped defensively, they look at the Reading offense and then they govern themselves accordingly. They go Eunice's side.
And that was a play where
Simpson is the ball carrier.
Gloucester had a chance on a little bit of a run blitz and missed Simpson in the backfield.
23.
And another 6 yards for Simpson, and second and 4 at the 19-yard line.
About 5 on the play. It's going to be second down and 5. The ball is just inside the Gloucester 20.
Well, we've used the word momentum for these many years in high school football. It's a wonderful thing to watch, and right now the momentum has absolutely shifted to Reading.
Gloucester's going to get tough. They've got a lot of new people on defense. Demasi will get close to a first down.
Mike Demasi is the ball carrier.
And this is the nothing fancy drive, JD. The closest they came to was the little...
We can't talk so loud. They must have heard us down there.
Yeah. We can talk as loud as we want, and the PA and the announcer is going to get us.
It's going to be third down and about 2 yards to go for the first down.
Once again, Bob Drow and J.D. McEachern pleased to bring you Gloucester football. On Adelphia, our cameraman producer, David Cassidy, the other one. First and 10.
Third and 2.
I'm sorry, third and 2.
That was going to be first and 10.
They got the first down. He was close to the first down on the last play, but now he got the first down.
They're staying between the tackles. They're just grinding it out.
Down to the 13-yard line. It's going to be first down and 10 for the Rockets. The ball is at the Gloucester 13.
Time-consuming drive, even though they started at just the 36-yard line. They've got 2 first downs, needing 3 plays to get each of the first downs, but efficiently nonetheless. And first and 10 from the 13. Handoff over the right side, Simpson, and Simpson will get inside the 10-yard line.
Tyrone Simpson is the ball carrier.
Again, Reading basically a passing team last year, and they want to become a running team this year with the big fullback and the tailback, who is as big as most fullbacks in the high school ranks. JD Simpson listed at 195 and looks bigger.
Time winding down, but plenty of time. They're inside the 10, second down. About 8.
Gloucester needs to get some kind of a run blitz, perhaps. Try and throw him for no gain at least. Simpson down to about the 7, perhaps.
Did drive him back on that a little bit, but still fall momentum, gets a couple of yards.
Defensive line. After a gain of
Brendan Ciparini
Down to about
from his linebacker spot.
It'll be third down.
They're going to mark it between the
about
8 and the
5
7.
Yards, maybe 4 yards to go for the first down.
I think they'll stick to the running attack, JD, but I don't know whether Hurley is the type that would roll out in this situation. They've been going with the tight formation on this entire sequence. This is the roll.
Keeper,
and there
he's
he
got
goes.
plenty of running room.
Yes. Touchdown.
Nicely done. Nice fake in the backfield. Put it right on his hip. The left side of the Gloucester defense, a good down block. You can see our angle that he has some running room, just quickness of feet, and he had it. And Reading keeps the momentum going and gets themselves on the scoreboard.
And Hurley from 8 yards out with 2:47 left to go in the second quarter, and it's 6-6, and it appears that Reading will be kicking the extra point.
And Reading had done it between the tackles, and that sets you up to take a wide, nice piece of ball handling in the backfield, and set it up perfectly.
And Gloucester, of course, pays for the turnover. As Reading was set up in good field position, here's the kick, and that's blocked, and that can be returned.
Yes, it can.
And it will be picked up by a La Traverse, and he'll fall down, and that doesn't do us any good. But
yeah, he wanted to
least
pick
he
it
was
up
there.
running and have a little momentum, but the important thing was blocked.
That is the important thing.
Reed was there. I'm not sure who did block it. Reed came through. La Traverse came through. There were 2 or 3 guys that might have gotten or had the opportunity to get a piece of it. I'm not sure who did block it, but at least they keep it at a tie game.
And not only was it blocked, but it was blocked in such a way that I think if I was Reading, I'd have to consider going for 2 the next time. At least Gloucester got their kick off, and unfortunately it was hurt by the 5-yard penalty and hit the crossbar and came back.
Yeah, Leo La Traverse knew that he could run that back, and he tried to get a little momentum, and he slipped over there.
No, he had to contend with the sidelines. He knew he had to scoop it quickly.
Yeah.
He was trying to make the right play.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't scoop it cleanly and get off, everybody on the team has got an angle on him.
Yeah, Reading was definitely in pursuit.
No, I wasn't trying in
Even
any way to...
Even if he picked it up, I don't think he was going too far.
No, I don't think he was going to make it past the 30.
And he made a good effort.
Yeah, oh no. And he knew to go after it. And sometimes the kids don't know to go after it. And as we all remember, our first points in the Super Bowl last year on the run by...
back deep for Gloucester. Number 11, Kyle Goodwin. Number 23, Tyler Testaverde.
Okay, the deep men will be Testaverde and Kyle Goodwin. And this one could go out of bounds, and does. Gloucester can have the kick in, or is it an automatic spot?
They've changed the rule on me, and I'm not sure if you don't get an option on the first one, have to take it on the second one.
Okay, they kick again. Okay, yeah, that's an option on the second one, I believe.
Back it up.
There was an illegal procedure.
5 yards.
It could be a 5-yard penalty and a re-kick.
Could give Gloucester a chance at some good field position.
Yeah, time, unofficially, we saw it in the first period that the clock was a bit off, but there's a couple of minutes, and I think Gloucester wants to get that momentum back. They will get the second half kickoff. I don't think they'll try anything too tricky, but good field position, and see if you can get anything to take into the half with you.
Excuse me, JD, but I think Reading will get the second half kickoff.
I think you're right.
Okay.
Wishful thinking.
I hate to correct you so early in the season.
That's okay. I can handle it.
All right, from the 35 now, the kicker is Angelo Ciano. This one will go directly to Testaverde at the 20. He's coming up the left side. Good penetration.
Yeah.
There, stopped the play, and that was 24.
Richardson. Matt Richardson.
Yeah. A senior on special teams.
Stayed to his lane, had a good angle, wasn't really blocked, and made the play.
And so it's a 13-yard return on the play. We're showing 2:23 on the clock, and again, we expect the referees will probably set it to exactly 2 minutes at that warning, and then we'll have a pretty accurate clock
Yeah, this is the little Never Never Land. Reading has some timeouts. If Gloucester doesn't convert a first down, then Reading's going to use the timeouts, and they'd have a shot at getting the ball back. So.
And Reading has really wound up with increased time of possession here. Okay. Run off to the right side and ahead for about 3 yards. Ciccolone.
Chris Giacalone is the ball carrier. It's first by number 52.
They're going to mark it at the 36, and Gloucester's going to go with the hurry-up offense, JD. If they can get a first down here, then they start thinking about scoring.
It's going to be second down.
Now Reading calls it.
Official timeout for the 2-minute warning.
Okay. So the clock was pretty accurate.
For the 2-minute warning.
Northeastern Conference is wide open this year, JD. Gloucester's picked number 1, but we see in preseason that
Steady is the head that wears the crown.
The league may be a little bit weaker than usual, not winning too many games in the preseason in the non-league contests. Although Lynn Classical is 2-0. Danvers lost Oliver Ames last night. I saw. Danvers, some thought, was an up-and-coming program. Their quarterback Crowley hooked up on an 81-yard pass, but they lost 24-13. Crowley more noted for his baseball, but he's a good quarterback. There's the handoff inside to Foletto. Foletto will get up to about the 39, 40-yard line, so Gloucester will be looking at 3rd and a long 4.
Foletto is the ball carrier, stopped by number 45, Josh Gardner.
Reading does not call timeout.
Okay. About 3 on the play. It's going to be 3rd down, about 5 yards to go for the first
big
down.
offensive play for the Fishermen, because if they don't convert, then I'm sure Reading...
Ball is at the Gloucester 40-yard line.
We're going to call it 3rd and 5. And
Quickie for Murray.
Oh, what a catch!
Did he catch it?
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
He did, on the deflection.
Who said he's a good athlete? Flag on the play afterward. And this is, I bet you, let's see if this isn't against Reading, because he said something to the official.
40-yard line.
Let's see what we got.
There's a flag on the play.
See what the call is.
Okay, what do we got?
Unsportsmanlike against Gloucester.
Ooh, that's interesting. So the yardage is going to be negated, but what an athletic play by Danny Murray.
Don't know what that one was.
Somebody said something, because that's obviously a verbal one. They signaled the catch, and then the flag flew after that, so it wasn't anything that happened on the play. It happened after the play.
Back to the Gloucester 35. It is going to be first down and 10.
All right. Well, they get a first down out of it.
Somebody said something.
But they cost them 15 yards.
And
yeah.
I'm sure somebody said something. But off a nice offensive play like that, that's too bad.
I hope it wasn't from the sidelines.
Great play by Murray.
Good one in motion.
Flag. Intercepted.
Picked off. Not a good throw again.
Ciccolone, the intended receiver.
Intercepted by number 9, Steve Gass.
I'm sure the penalty is against Gloucester.
I'm sure it is also. On the snap, they threw the flag.
So 2 big interceptions here.
Yes, against Gloucester. Reading refused it.
And 57 seconds on the clock.
45.
And Reading with time.
I want to go back to the Murray play again. Palazzola just absolutely threw it up there, knowing that Murray is able to go up and get it. Murray was well defended.
Oh, yeah.
Extremely well defended. Took the ball up, and it just great concentration to make the catch.
It was an alley-oop, and Gath made a good play, and Murray made a better one.
Yeah. But Reading has intercepted. They have the ball on the Gloucester 45, and they've got a little time to play with.
1st and 10. Tight formation. Handoff is Simpson, and he won't get too far, but he breaks some tackles. He's a tough runner.
Tough runner back. Nick Cuckoo got a hand on him, spun him around a little bit, but he keeps on going.
Simpson is the ball carrier.
This guy doesn't get him down normally.
Yeah.
Reading does call timeout.
Well, they can only run it so much, JD, unless they break one, because they don't have that many timeouts. But They wanted to see if they could break one on that first play, thinking Gloucester would be thinking pass.
Right.
Well, we had an exciting start to the 2001 campaign, a 58-yard touchdown run, first play from scrimmage. Then we had an exciting pass play of 56 yards, Palazzolo to Murray, and that's been Gloucester's offense, basically. I mean, they moved it inside the 10 with another first down after the Murray catch, but then Reading stopped them, and since then Gloucester's been stopping themselves.
Well, the thing is, in spite of a couple of mistakes, it's a 6-6 game unless Reading does something here in the last 46 seconds.
And, of course, we could add on a couple of plays, it would appear that Murray was mugged trying to get off the line.
Right.
And there was no call, but hit him high, hit him low.
A lot of people here watching Gloucester, and they're going to pay attention to Mr. Murray for the rest of the season.
This is a straight drop back, looking over the middle for Gath. Not a good throw. Gath had the inside position if the throw was good.
The Reading coach is saying words to that effect. He is upset.
On the right was number 89.
They isolated him on the defensive back. He slanted inside, and a good throw on the numbers. He could have caught it in stride, and it was there.
Now they have to think about renewing the downs. Gath split out to the left. We have a slot man, Otoriano, and number 23 flanked out to the right, Kevin Donahue. This is a throw right, and Donahue is short. And now Reading, will they go for it here, JD, with 38 seconds to go? Or will they be fearful of giving Gloucester field position?
And about 4 yards to go for the first down.
Well, since we know who's going to get the second half kickoff, I think they might just pooch it down there.
No, they're going to go for it. The quarterback's still in the game unless he's going to be the poocher.
I'll see if they... What do they got? They may try to draw Gloucester offside.
That's a possibility, too.
See if they shift their formation or... No, see what they do.
No. This is a swing pass, and Eunice covered the swing pass. Now they get Gath in the middle. So a flanker screen came out of it, and they get a first down. Not a lovely looking play,
pretty,
but effective.
Eunice swung out into the flat. They put somebody out there, and then they just threw it underneath.
I think the first receiver was supposed to be Damasi, and Eunice took him out of the action, and then Gath was the second option. Although you would think on a flanker screen, Gath might be the first option, but the play was so slow developing that I think Damasi was the first. They didn't call a timeout there, so we're under 20 seconds. Pitch back, almost. Oh, it is loose.
Ball's loose.
It is Gloucester's ball.
Gloucester gets it.
And there's not much time left, but that takes away the Reading
on
threat.
the recovery.
Good
Simon
play.
up quickly. Comes up with the ball. And that was whenever Reading has done something a little tricky,
it doesn't work.
Themselves.
Although the flanker screen, I suppose, qualifies as a fairly successful play, but that was the only one, and that was shaky. So I have a feeling we're about to see the old knee on the ground, JD. Although we could go for another alley-oop, what the heck.
Palazzolo with a strong arm. Get Murray flanked out. And Goodwin flanked on this
to the
side.
right. And it is the alley-oop. And it's...
Oh, okay. That time they had him a little better covered. Complete, stops the clock.
O'Connor's incomplete, depending on the play. Number 4, Dan Marshall.
I'm going to tell you something. That alley-oop is fine, but if it gets deflected and there's nobody on those sidelines and Reading's running the other way, it's not a great play. And that's the truth. So be careful, folks. Be very careful. That can work against you just as much as it can work for you.
Now they come with a spread formation again.
Yeah. Trying to make something happen. Okay, it's a quarterback draw, and that should end it. Okay. All right, we have a timeout here.
Reading quickly calls a timeout.
All right.
Number 52.
Interesting.
Yeah.
He picked up about 2 yards. It's going to be third down.
Why not?
I know. Maybe something
A little
good will
chest
happen.
match now. I think Gloucester will take the knee and get themselves out of here. Hasn't been the prettiest first half, but one expects
Started
that.
out pretty.
Our first game of the season, and again, there's been so much turmoil and all the tragedy that's gone on. You know, I'm sure focus has been difficult. And with so many new players on both sides of the ball.
Well, it's certainly been an exuberant first half, and the kids are playing hard.
Now they're going to take the knee.
Yeah.
Goodwin goes back in a safety spot in case something happens. Oh, okay.
He's going to take the knee back there just to get the time off the clock.
Yeah.
Okay, and that'll do it for the first half. Certainly an interesting first half. Started out in spectacular fashion, and then the teams got a little bit loose with the football. Gloucester through the air and Reading putting it on the ground. But after one half, it's a 6-6 game, and we'll be back with second half action. Okay, I'll give it the 5 and then the silent count. 5. Back with second half action of Gloucester versus Reading. I'm Bob Drowan. J.D. McEachran will be joining me in a second, and our cameraman producer is David Cassidy.
Set the kickoff for Gloucester, number 41, Leo Latraverse.
Reading will receive the second half kickoff.
Number 11, Mike Arteriano, and number 31, Tyrone Simpson.
Leo Latraverse is the kickoff man, number 41 for Gloucester. We've got Simpson and Otariano back deep for Reading, the starting wideout and the starting tailback. Simpson is 31. Otariano is a number 11. We have Ciccolone on the kickoff team. We have number 28, Jesse Williams on the kickoff team. As JD told you before, he made a tackle before. We have 10, Jack Reed. That's just some of them. We'll have a kickoff that will land in Otariano's hands. He'll come right back up the middle, and he'll look to break it to the left, and he's got a hole, and he's stopped by at the 40-yard line by the last line of defense.
Ed Stanley on the tackle.
51, Ed Stanley on there. Nick Kukuru was also there, 47.
Kukuru there also, correct.
Kukuru we expect to stay in the game at linebacker. We see the same defensive backfield for Gloucester, Goodwin, Testaverde, and Paul Simon. Keating is at the left outside linebacker. Eunice is moving around, and now it looks like he's going to line up at left defensive end. 1st and 10, we'll call it the 41-yard line. Handoff over the right side, ahead for about 5. And Simpson runs hard, runs with his head down. He's
Simpson is the ball carrier.
a kind of a lunging runner, and Damasi, as you said, JD, is a more erect runner.
They come over to Eunice's side. I think they want to occupy Jimmy. As we saw earlier in the game, Jimmy with good pursuit down the line. But they are running at him a little bit, again, looking to occupy him.
Gained him about 6 on the play. Hand off over the right side. Again, this one goes right down, and in on that play was Keating and also Latraverse.
Now they came back to Eunice's side. Eunice stands up the blocker. Running back, no place to go. So you got to do a lot of occupying with Mr. Eunice. It worked on the first play. They tried to come back on the second play. And Jimmy had that one stuffed.
3rd down, a little more than 3. Mike Hurley is the quarterback. And the ball is loose, and it winds up in the running back's hands, and was that fortunate?
Absolutely. I think he's going to be short of the first down, but it is a break for Reading.
And it was basically a fumbled snap that wound up right in the running back's hands. It could just easily be bouncing back towards the goal line. I think they're going to either try and draw Gloucester off, or, well, it's a long 1 yard. This is a decision right here at the start of the first half. At the start of the second half, excuse me. And they come up in a tight formation. This is a long yard they're looking at, closer to 2.
Yeah,
and Gloucester almost jumped off, and that's what he's trying to do. And now he calls timeout. So they didn't jump off. They tried, but they missed. If the center had snapped it, they might have got the call, JD.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not sure how you work your timing play. Quarterback tries to change his cadence. a little bit, and Gloucester lunged in there a couple of times, but they did not snap the ball, called the timeout.
There's still a possibility they could go up and try it again. And they might even go for it, because the Reading coach, Tom Kasparek, has done
it's interesting.
quite a few different things over the
Kasparek
years.
has called his team over. He's talking, he's got his spotters up here. A part of his coaching staff is up here with us, and they called the team over. He put his headset on for a second, talked to the people upstairs here, and animated conversation with his team, so it'll be interesting to see what they're going to do. Should make note, a longtime fan and friend of Fisherman football, Mel Coles, goes back many years ago, helped us out with some broadcasts back in the 80s, and has joined us up here in the booth. Mel contributed a couple of fine athletes to the Gloucester High program. Son Bryson, outstanding runner, and daughter Erica, outstanding runner for the girls program.
All right, they're going to line it up again, and they're going to go for it, and they're going to get it. Second effort.
Yeah.
Simpson on the second effort.
By number 31.
They stuffed him up. Murray's there. Eunice is there.
Simpson,
Eunice on the bottom. Stropel there, but he kept the legs going. Again, a little bit of an upright runner, but once he leans in there, kept the legs under him, kept him going. They had him stopped, and on the surge, he gets the first down. So big call by Reading.
Definitely a good runner. Low center of gravity, and he keeps going forward. First attempt from the 47-yard line. Tight formation once again. Simpson gets the ball again, and he'll get ahead for about 3. Lots of verse there. Keating there.
Eunice with a piece of it.
And, okay, they don't give him, I thought he got ahead to the 44.
Yeah.
I don't understand these spots, but then I'm not required to understand these spots, am I? Okay, 2nd and 8, we're going to call it because it's squarely on the 45-yard line. And here's the keeper, and there's a hold on La Traverse, not called. And there's the ball out of bounds. And La Traverse was just held by the uniform.
He got completely spun around.
And if they're going to call a bogus penalty over on the other side, which I found out was they called Murray for spiking the ball after he made the catch.
Okay.
Give me a break.
It's going to be first down and 10 for the Rockets.
Reed there on the end of that play, Jack Reed.
That was holding. He was holding by the shirt, JD. It's a first down only in the eyes of the officials. I broke my promise again. First down at the 33-yard line. Handoff up the middle. Damasi is going to be stopped pretty much in his tracks. Mark Damasi, one of the 3 captains.
Gain of about a yard on the play.
Also a captain is linebacker Dana Garino, and Otariano, the safety who's been so active in the game as a receiver and a defensive back.
2-2-4. 0-4-6. A yellow ticket. 2-2-4. 0-4-6.
Going to call it 2nd down and 9.
At the Lions Den.
Murphy brings him up. Tight formation. Now number 20 goes in motion. Handoff to Simpson. Simpson nowhere. And a flag on the play. And it's a good gang tackling by the
Fishermen. They call it
By
procedure.
several of Gloucester tacklers, led by number 41, Leo.
That was a late flag for a procedure call.
Very late for a procedure call. We'll see.
Gloucester left side of the defensive line. A good job of stacking it up. If you had penalties,
I think they'd refuse a 5-yarder,
Yeah.
JD. Might be an illegal shift. Or maybe the motion man just turned too soon.
Gloucester coaching staff saying refuse it. Terry Silva halfway out on the field.
Legal procedure penalty against the Rockets is declined. There was a loss in the play of about a yard. So it's going to be 3rd down and 9 for the Rockets.
Basically, it was no gain on that play. Two teams pretty closely matched in the first half. Gloucester with 168 yards, 158 yards, and now we got the reverse. Now we got the pass.
They got a wide open receiver. Good coverage, though.
And not a good
recovery
pass.
by Goodwin.
Good recovery by Goodwin.
Took a
Interesting
little too
call.
long to develop. He got broke free, about the 10, but Goodwin is a good athlete, got some good speed, and he recovered nicely, and it was not a well-thrown football.
I think Mike Hurley's legs are stronger than his arm, J.D. And slow developing? Indeed. And I'm also very glad they pitched it back, because if the guy had chose to run,
Looked like
I didn't see anybody there. All right, going for it on 4th down. Nothing to lose here from the 33-yard line. Receivers out to the 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Looking on the sideline. Oh, picked up!
Nicely.
Stropel with the play. Stropel will get up to the midfield, and a very nice play.
Well done. Stropel just slid back. Receiver looked open. Stropel timed him perfectly. Rolled right into the passing lane. Good pair of hands. Picked it off nicely, and a nice little run back, and he gets Gloucester back inside the Reading 50.
So a good defensive stand by the Fishermen, and they give the offense excellent field position at the 50-yard line. It's an offense that hasn't done anything since the second drive when they were set up by a 56-yard pass play. And I talked with Doc Enos at halftime. He gave that touchdown run as 57 yards. I gave it as 58, but I'm not going to argue with Doc. So Giacalone with 57-yard touchdown run to start the game. 1st and 10 for the Fishermen from the 50. Poletto!
Man to beat. Nice tackle.
Gets close to a 1st down at the 40. Got off the ball very quickly that time. I think you're going to see Gloucester going back to basics a little bit, J.D. And it is a 1st down. This was a nice spot for Gloucester. Heaven forbid if they ever mark them where they go down. Anyway, inside the 40. The Fishermen with some momentum now, and they haven't had that momentum since the goal line stand late in the 1st quarter.
I'm Emily Rooney. Monday on Greater Boston. At the same time, Americans are flying less and staying away from recreational resorts. They are flocking to gun stores. That and more Monday at 7 on WGBH.
This report news brief. Stocks on Wall Street retreated for the 8th consecutive trading session today as investors continued to sell because...
And another...
Adam Orlando, Brian Harnish gone out of that backfield.
This is a straight handoff to Poletto up the middle. Poletto breaks tackles. He's getting good blocking, and he's doing it on his own, J.D. Good stiff arm in the middle of the pack.
He got behind Jimmy Eunice. You can see him put his hand out on Eunice's back. Eunice gives him the good block and a nice piece of running and a good downfield blocking by Eunice.
I think the message at halftime was it's time to get physical, guys. And the offensive line is certainly getting physical here. And the running backs are running hard. Tyler Testaverde is in the backfield, number 23. And he's got the pitch, and he breaks a tackle. He did well to get back to the line of scrimmage, JD.
Reading did a good job of coming up on that quickly. Wouldn't let him take it to the outside, so he's going to go inside where the traffic is. And he did well to get what he got.
That was DeMasi who made the penetration and the tackle. But it could have been a 3-yard loss, and it's a 1-yard loss.
Latraverse into the backfield. That's Kevin Latraverse.
McKechnie leads him out. We've got Kevin Latraverse checking in at fullback, number 3. Latraverse gets the ball, and he gets the yardage back in a little bit, and he will have the 1st down.
Number 3, Kevin Latraverse is the ball carrier. He picks up about...
So with a situation like that, you figure they're bringing in Latraverse for blocking purposes. But they give the ball, he gets the necessary yardage, gets him inside the 15.
14-yard line.
Fishermen, as you say, Bob Jones, just going to grind it out.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Poletto back in the backfield with Giacalone. Goodwin lines up on the left, tight formation. Giacalone left.
Flag.
We have a flag on the play. It's where they throw holding, JD.
fishermen in a good position. They're going to back themselves up.
Jack Lloyd's the ball carrier. Stopped by Dana Garrido. There's a flag on the play.
The fishermen are walking backwards. We got a very fast third period going. We're under 4 minutes already. Reading with most of their plays on the ground, even though they did the little bit of timeout thing at midfield. But this Gloucester drive has been strictly on the ground since they took over at the 50 after the interception by Stropel.
On the play, there is a
Well,
holding
the
call
step
against
off
Gloucester.
may change
A
the
10-yard penalty moves the ball
offensive
back to
philosophy
the
that Gloucester's
24,
employed here
where it's
of
going to be first
just
down at about 20.
running it down their throats, so they're going to have to see what they probably get on the first down, and then that'll determine the rest of it. But it is 4-down territory. Already split wide to this side.
First and 20 at the 24. Pop
Get
pass.
out.
Oh, what a nice
Eunice.
catch. Eunice gets the yardage back and more.
A quick pass by number 14, Nolan
Eunice
Powell.
will spin around, pass a little bit behind him. Good job.
Ball down to about the 12-yard line.
Gets down inside the 12-yard line, so now we're looking at 2nd and 8, much more manageable, and Gloucester decided to go right after some yardage through the air with a fairly safe play to their top athlete. Here's the inside reverse, and Goodwin takes the handoff from Ciccolone and gets down close to the 5-yard line, and this is obviously 4-down territory for the fishermen.
Tackle made by number 82, John Casanovich, and number 11,
Latraverse back in again.
Mike Vittoriano. Gain of about.
Appears he may be a short yardage specialist, JD.
About 2 yards to go. The ball is at the 6-yard line.
Although I usually think of number 3 as being a field goal kicker, but if he can get the job done, he can wear whatever number he wants. Latraverse with the ball, and he's got the first down, and the blocking was there, and straight ahead running.
Off the left side. Nice hold. Dropped the ball up nicely.
For the first down. It's going to be first and goal to go for.
It's a pretty good crowd. Better crowd than we've had
Very
the last
solid
two
crowd.
trips to Reading.
3-yard line.
Number of people on the Reading side, a lot of people along the fence. Always a good Gloucester crowd.
First and goal at the 3-yard line for the fishermen.
Latraverse stays in at fullback.
He could see the ball again. He does, and he'll get down inside the 2, it looks like.
Latraverse is the ball carrier. Tripped up by number 33.
Smash mouth football, under 2 minutes to go.
Garrido. Gain of about a yard. It's going to be second down. And about a yard and a half to go for the touchdown.
We've only had 1 punt in the game because we've had 5 turnovers. 3 turnovers now for Reading, and Gloucester trying to capitalize on that interception by Stropel, trying to complete a 50-yard drive, and they're inside the 2.
They flip-flop the backs.
Latraverse right behind Palazzola. Latraverse gets it and goes
Into
in.
the end zone.
Touchdown. Good blocking on the right side. Head down into the end zone.
Ciccolone leads him up into the hole. They flip-flop Ciccolone and Latraverse. And Ciccolone, they go off the right side. Ciccolone leads him into the hole. Latraverse again. Good job. Had the ball all wrapped up.
If Latraverse is indeed the short yardage man, he's doing his job.
So Gloucester with a 6-point lead. See if they go for the 2, which I think they're going to.
Remember, that's
That was
Kevin
all.
Latraverse. His brother Leo is a linebacker and kicker. And they will line up for 2 here. It's Ciccolone to the left and Latraverse still in the lineup and flip-off again.
Flip-flop the backs again.
Goodwin in motion. Goodwin has it.
Goodwin.
No.
Not quite.
Looked like he had a hole and it closed quickly.
Right. It started a little deeper than probably they wanted it to. And Goodwin comes up a yard short.
Give Reading credit. They closed that hole. It looked like was going to be successful, but the good news is Gloucester retakes the lead at 12-6, and they take a lot of time off the clock on that 50-yard drive, JD.
That's exactly what the doctor would have ordered. They get the ball on the turnover, grind it down there.
And overcome the penalty.
And overcome the penalty. And a couple of nice runs in there, solid runs, good offensive line play. Now we'll see how Reading responds.
Set the kickoff for Gloucester, number 41, Leo Latraverse. Back deep for the Rockets. Number 31, Tyrone Simpson.
Try and give you some more people on the Gloucester kickoff team. On the other side of the ball, towards the Gloucester bench, we've got, once again, Oteriano and Simpson back deep. We've got number 32 out there.
Chris
Bertolino.
Can't see if that's a 51 or a 61.
And I think
61 would be
I think it's 51 because Ed Stanley was out there before, made a tackle.
Yeah,
Reverse with a short kick this time, and it's covered, and it'll be Reading ball at the 34-yard line.
Piccoloni covers him just in case, but once he's down on the ground, that's the end of that.
The Gloucester kick is down by number 87.
That was covered by number 87, David Leahy.
At the Reading 35-yard line, where it's going to be first down and 10.
So decent field position for Reading. We'll see if they're going to stick to their ground game, J.D. Gloucester has bent but not broke except on one occasion. Reading's been in Gloucester territory 4 times with only 1 score. Pitch back Simpson, and he'll get a couple.
Somebody came up and made a good stop there. Who was that?
Tyrone Simpson is the ball carrier.
Danny Murray there. Somebody came up and helped him out.
Goodwin, I think, was there.
Goodwin
Number 11.
There.
Yeah.
Might have been Kookaroo. Somebody came up and made a nice stop. Murray made the initial hit, and he got some help.
About 7 yards to go for the first down.
We've got the same 4 people up front, Eunice and Murray and Thomas and Reza. Kookaroo is in there at a linebacker, 47. La Traverse, 41.
Might be the last play of the quarter.
Keating, number 10. If they stick it on the ground, it will be the last play of the quarter. And running right up the middle, and it'll be about a 3rd and 3 probably.
Mike Damasi is the ball carrier.
And that was
He
Damasi.
picks up about 5 yards.
Get Murray, Reza there.
It would seem that Gloucester's taken over a little bit. Reading isn't quite getting off the ball like they were in the first half. And this is going to wrap up the 3rd quarter, J.D. So we're going to come back and see what Gloucester does against this 3rd down play. After 3 quarters, Gloucester on top, 12-6. We'll be right back. David? Is he hearing me? Okay. Okay, 5. Welcome back to 4th quarter action at the field of the Reading Rockets. I'm Bob Drowan along with J.D. McEachran. Our cameraman producer is David Cassidy, and it's a big 3rd down, and we're going to call it 3 for Reading from just inside their 42-yard line. Handoff is stopped, and that's a good play. The Gloucester interior line is starting to do some good things with the linebackers coming up. This is a much more physical Gloucester team in the second half, and it's a better tackling Gloucester team.
Well, they tried to go to Eunice's side again, and he took on a couple of guys, so they didn't have any room to go anyplace, and he got some good help from Nick Kookaroo again. But the idea of going at Jimmy, and if you try to match him up strength-wise, you're going to lose theirs. They tried, they failed, and they're going to kick it away.
Second punt of the game for Reading. Gloucester hasn't punted yet. This is Jason House. And this is a left-footed kicker. It's going to bounce.
Gloucester's got to watch it, bouncing ball. They got to watch it. You know something? Let's see.
No.
Oh, I think we caught a break.
We caught a break there.
Yeah, that was, if it didn't touch him, it didn't miss him by much.
Yeah.
That's where your teammate's going to help you out on a lousy punt. You're not aware where the ball is because you're trying to set up your blocks.
I think the Reading bench did themselves a disservice by not getting back because the referee couldn't get there. If it did miss him, J.D., it just missed him.
I wouldn't want to say one way or another. We're glad that Gloucester's got the ball, but that was close.
No. At any rate, it's what we call a lousy kick, 17 yards. And Gloucester with good field position at their own 42, 10-13 to go in the ball game, and they want to at least get some first downs here if they can't take it all the way to the house. Filetto just ahead for 2. That's a good play by Kasanovic.
You're going to see 3 or 4 Reading jerseys come out of there.
Kasanovic is the tight end, and then he comes in as a defensive tackle in their 5-2-4 defense. They also have a middle guard,
Number 62, Rick Fiari.
Josh Gardner, who's been active today. And the captain, Garino, is one of the 2 linebackers along with Damasi. They're both captains, of course. And the safety, Otorino, the other captain.
Gloucester 44.
Murray is going to be out to the right this time. Second and 8. Foletto on the quick hitter and only ahead for about a yard.
And Reading's gotten a little tougher here these
this
last
is kind
two downs. This is big for
This
them.
is kind of the game on the line. They know if Gloucester can grind some time off the clock that they don't appear to be a quick striking force this year, J.D. Reading is going to have to grind it out. Certainly, Simpson is capable of taking it a distance if he gets the blocking.
Well, in the Gloucester backfield, you're replacing the player of the year and Ryan Harnish. You're replacing Oscar Classic and Adam Orlando, and that's an awful lot to ask a couple of juniors to step in immediately and fill those big shoes.
That's right.
They are good running backs. They're going to get better as they go. So not quite the explosiveness that you would have expected last year.
With the rollout,
got him.
Foletto, but not enough, or is it enough?
It's
close. It's close enough to go for, I think.
Pass is complete to number 22, Anthony.
They're going to think you're going to get a measurement. They haven't moved the ball in. Now they're going to move it in.
Oh.
Gloucester's not happy about that. They wanted a measurement now.
This is good.
Down.
This is good.
Okay.
This is good.
Okay.
I take back everything I said in the first half, J.D.
The sideline official goofed. They should have brought the chains all the way across for the measurement. And a break for Gloucester. We'll never know where that spot was.
They still haven't singled their first down, but as far as I'm concerned, they moved the chains, so that's good enough for me. Okay, folks, a big first down.
Yeah, they're not making that much of a fuss, so might have been a better spot than we realized.
And then we give credit to Foletto for tiptoeing those sidelines. Goodwin with a cutback.
Nice cut.
And he'll get about 6 on the play.
Number 11, Kyle Goodwin.
So the Fishman offensive line, I think, is taking over this game a little bit, J.D.
Goodwin is a member of the Gloucester boys track team in the spring, basketball player in the winter, but he does have good speed and showing some elusiveness, which means he does not take after his dad athletically.
Hey, those weight guys. Second down and 4. Good penetration that time.
Good penetration. Exactly what you're supposed to do. Penetrate it, slow him down.
That was the middle guard. That's Josh Gardner, and he's in there for his quickness, not for his size.
Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Got a hand on him, spun him around. There was a Gigalotti on the carry, and then he got some help.
That's about a 2-yard loss on the play, so second and 4 becomes third and 6.
The good thing for the Fishermen, though, is the clock is moving. Almost halfway
McKechnie leads
through
him
the
out.
fourth period.
Pop pass. Eunice with the catch and the first down and more.
Fight for some more after that.
And a nice catch in traffic. And a nice throw.
Quick pass by Malazola to number 89.
Well, that's certainly going to be a weapon with Murray split out to the wide side with his athletic ability. You said something earlier about best athlete out there, and Jimmy Eunice, but the cousin Danny might have a little argument with you. But that's a cousin thing.
Right.
But
very efficient passing by Palazzolo. He's only been called on to throw 3 this half, but they've been 3 big completions. Foletto
right
with the hole.
Oh, nice. Nice job. Avoided a tackle and good piece of running by Foletto.
Very close to another first down, and that's probably good that it's second and 1. It gives the clock a little bit more time to run. It's a nice tackle by number 23.
44.
Latraverska's back in a short yardage situation.
After a gain of 9 yards.
Along with both Latraverskas are out there. Leo and Kevin.
Ball is just shy of the Reading 25.
Foletto, I think, has been the most consistent running back for the Fishermen today. And, of course, Ciccone got the most spectacular play. Latraverse for the first down and more. And definitely doing his job. Scored the go-ahead touchdown, picked up a couple crucial first downs for the Fishermen in the last drive, and now he picks up a crucial first down as we go into the 6-minute mark.
McKechnie, the center, got downfield on that. Helped out with the blocking. Boy, is this what the doctor ordered, if they can just keep on grinding it out like this and put something on the scoreboard.
Hopefully this is an offensive line that's only going to get better.
I think they will. In fact, I know they will. Terry Silver strengthens offensive lines.
Here's the wing back, and good one with a nice cutback.
Nice run.
Ball
That's not going to be big yardage, but he looked for the hole, he found the hole, he saw a block. He cut in behind that block. That was a nice little run.
And the key here is that the offensive line, they're holding their blocks now, JD. They're giving them a chance to see that cutback.
On the play, 2nd down and about 2.
Reading, good job.
Yeah, good job that time. Not too
Short
much.
yardage situation.
They were ready for that one.
They substituted a little size. And
it's going to be 3rd down and about 2.
20, David Healy. And number 44, Andrew Heaney.
I think that
a
a person we haven't given credit to on the offensive line today is Dan O'Connor is working in there at right tackle. I don't think we mentioned his name.
we have a couple of times.
Yeah, okay, but not enough perhaps. There's La Traverse, and he should be ahead for the first down. It'll depend on the spot. Got a little good line surge. But we've had Tyler Stropel basically and at one tackle, and it's been O'Connor at the other tackle on offense most of the day.
Official timeout for a measurement.
And we thought we might see O'Connor more on defense, but evidently the coaching decision is they like Murray at defensive end. And that gives them a little bit more of a
now they can
balance.
Have a measurement.
Gloucester's got a lot of ways to go. If it is short, they could go with the sneak. La Traverse, of course, has been effective. He needed to get about 2 yards there, and it's just barely short.
Just short of the first down by about a foot.
So this becomes the biggest play of the game, JD, I would say. 4:11 to go.
Do they hand it off, and do they let Palazzolo kind of step back and take a look and pick a spot?
I think based on the way the line has been surging lately, I think they just let Palazzolo pick his spot. I don't think you even take a chance with a handoff. There we go. Yeah.
He didn't even pick the spot. He had his mind made up. On the snap, he went.
Dropped by the center of the Reading line.
And that's a first down, ladies and gentlemen.
He's about a yard and a half. Enough for the first down.
I can't remember in recent days or past when a quarterback sneak hasn't worked for the Fishermen in a situation that short. As with most teams, but I think it's a given with Gloucester. All right, everything going Gloucester's way, especially the clock. Reading's going to have to start using their timeouts on defense soon, JD. Pitch play. Giacalone gets to the outside. He cuts back.
Nice
He's
catch.
in for the score.
No flags.
No flags.
So Gloucester run it up inside. They pitch it. And pitch it well. It's a nice pitch. Good pair of hands on Giacalone, and nice cutback.
Nice cutback, and your touchdown. We're going to call that from 12 yards out, and his second touchdown of the day. So per carry-wise, he's doing pretty good touchdowns.
Gloucester, I'm sure, will go for the 2 again. They bring Murray into the game.
3:32 to go in the game. Gloucester on top, 18-6. Reading will be hard pressed to come back, but every point can count.
2 tight ends.
And the pass over the middle, and that's going to be
exactly what they wanted out of Murray.
It could
exactly.
So penalty on the play. Penalty flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
I think it's holding against Reading.
Oh,
wow.
There was a holding call against Gloucester.
Ooh, okay.
It's going to be a 10-yard penalty.
Didn't see that one.
Moves the ball back to the...
Murray was covered, but Palazzola, good job, gets it up high again. Murray goes up just like going after a rebound. Nobody in a Reading uniform can out-jump him.
JD, the ball does have a point, though, this time.
Yes, I understand
Okay.
that.
All right, okay.
There's still a ball, and
Yeah,
Mr. Murray went up and got it.
Okay. No,
Back of the end zone.
There's no doubt that there's some athleticism on display in this game, and we're very happy that Eunice and Mary made a little pact.
Well, yes. That's, if you're from Gloucester, you know of the pact that Jimmy said that if Cousin Dan, you want to play some football, I'll play basketball. It's a blow to the boys indoor track team. Jimmy, one of the best shot putters in the state. But Jimmy does like his basketball, had played it before. The two cousins got together. Dan has come out, and he's expected to see some work on offense. And frankly, I was quite surprised to see him out there as a defensive end, which just tells you what an athlete he is, that he can step in after not having played any varsity football and become a two-way player. And Cousin Jimmy, I'm sure, will honor his part of the pack, and you'll see him on the basketball court this winter.
And some Division I football team will be hoping like heck nothing happens to him when he's playing basketball. No, well, he's going to be throwing the discus too, and he's just an all-around athlete and a blue chipper, as they say. Here it goes again.
Oh, yes, indeed. Thank you.
Alley-oop.
Reached up with one hand, just like a rebound, brought it into himself, and that's an effective play.
Get used to that one, folks. You're going to be seeing it some more.
Two-point conversion.
Wow.
Makes the score.
And credit to Palazzola. He just went back, threw it up there with a nice arc on it, and went out there beautifully for Murray. Murray is the only one that can really go up and get it. He had to go up with one hand. There was a defender there, and went up, tipped it as he was falling, gathered it in, and two-point conversion for the Fishermen.
Well, it's basically a dominant second half. 2 possessions by Reading. That's all they got the ball so far. They're about to get their 3rd possession. And Gloucester stopped one with an interception and the other with a big play to force Reading to punt when it was still a 12-6 game. And Gloucester responded both times with the long drives after the interception and after the punt. And it's a 20-6 Gloucester lead, and we've seen some athleticism on display from Mr. Murray. We anticipate for the rest of the season, and we've also seen the Gloucester offensive line take over this game, I believe, Judy.
Well, it's going to be it can be interesting. These are Division I schools that are eyeballing Jimmy Eunice, and there's a lot of them, and rightly so. But somebody's going to go home and put a little check mark down and say, "Hey, who's this 91 kid? Just playing football for the first time." So he's going to draw some attention, both on and off the field.
Leo LaTraverse with the kickoff. It's Simpson and Otariano back again. Reading, of course, will try and break one. This might be okay. Well, they're just going to dump it to the right side, and it's going to bounce out of bounds. Yeah, okay. Well, they'll have to kick it from 5 yards back.
Gigaloni hustled down there, but it goes out of bounds.
At about the 15-yard line.
Somehow we went from 3:32 to 3:16. They must have reset the clock while I wasn't looking. Because that play didn't take 16 seconds. So the refs must have reset the clock. At any rate, Fishermen look to be on their way to a successful start to this season. This is a victory over another rebuilding program, but it's a top-notch Division II program, JD. So it's not to be dismissed in any way. The Fishermen have some people who are green, who have to prove themselves, and I think they've already proved themselves in a way from the first half to the second half.
Well, we said at the top of the broadcast, by the second, third, fourth game, I think this team is going to gel. I think they're going to be awful tough. It's going to be a different look team, as you said, not the explosiveness of last year with Orlando and Harnish in the backfield. But as we've seen, a solid set of running backs and another weapon in Dan Murray.
This kick goes to Otariano. And he'll come back and he'll go down at about the 37-yard line. The tackle is by 38, and that's Chris Giacalone on the kickoff team.
And let's give Leo Lattraverse a little credit. A little wedge in front of the returner. Lattraverse gets in there, breaks up the wedge. Let Giacalone come in and make.
All right, Reading almost forced to try and make something happen through the air, J.D.
Yeah, not enough time. They got to definitely put it up.
Gath is out to the right. Otariano goes in motion. Looking deep on the sideline. Nice effort over there. Pass a little bit high. And the
Coverage over there by Tyler Testaverde.
Gloucester defender right there. And I think Donahue is a little bit rocked there. He's hurt his foot.
Should be second down and 10.
Now he's going to get some assistance from the official, and he's headed over to the sideline.
Do they know that he's not?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, the other referee just saw him, so we're all right here. Okay. Time is out, so it doesn't matter because it's an incomplete pass, obviously. Now we're going to have Gath and Otariano out to the left. Otariano in motion. This is a straight pitch, and they're trying to get Gath open on the flank, and he's going to go down. And they were trying to isolate him, and all they did was hang on to drive.
Yeah, Goodwin wasn't buying any of it. He threw about 5 moves at him, and Goodwin just waited his time, made. Ross will give a couple yards here, but obviously Goodwin making sure there was no big play.
Coming up on under 2 minutes. No stop on the clock that time for Reading. They've got to try something deep.
And
they do, and this is covered nicely.
Coverage, yep.
Simon does his job, comes over perfectly from the safety spot.
Goodwin had him covered. Simon comes over to help out. Gloucester with a 3-man rush, basically.
Gath put the double move on, and Gloucester did everything right on defense. Goodwin stayed there, and Simon was over the first one to the ball. And once again, it's a new defensive backfield, basically. Well, Testaverde, of course, got some time back there last year. But Goodwin and Simon both saw a lot of action, again, in second halves of games. And so they know what they're doing back there.
Nolan Palazzolo in the defensive backfield.
This is against, just because I think they've taken out a linebacker. So, yeah, they're going with a 4-3-4. All or nothing, 4th and 7. This is supposed to be a pitch play to get the first down. He's going down. This is a new quarterback, by the way, number 12.
They were going to come with a little razzle-dazzle, and Leo Lattraverse covered the guy that was supposed to be the pitch man. I'm not sure what they were trying to set up there.
That was Chris Pizzotti, who came in. That's the brother of Steve Pizzotti, the quarterback who threw for 1,900 yards last year and is now at Tufts, as you informed me earlier. And so they were trying something funky, but it didn't quite work out. And nothing funky they tried all day worked out. But this is a good team. we pretty much crushed them last year, JD, and they came back and won the Division II Super Bowl. So don't discount this program.
This is a good coaching staff, and they do very well over here. This is
a good win for Gloucester. This is a very good win.
Well, because of such a good second half.
Yep. Testaverde over the left side, and he'll hold on to it and go down for about a yard gain.
Get what you can get.
Looks like Reading is not going to bother to. Oh, all right. No, the clock is running.
Now, a minute and a half to go, and down a couple of TDs. Just play it out.
Gloucester, of course, will take all the time possible off the clock. And once again, to acknowledge Terry Silver and his staff. It's a new staff, but Terry is
the nucleus is
the guy. 21 years he starts. Yeah. Handoff over the right side for Lattraverse, and he'll get ahead for a first down and more.
Number 3, Kevin Love is the ball carrier.
So La Traverse showing some real ability for short yardage and showing a little speed there, JD.
Well, we're definitely seeing that we got a fisherman shaking up.
Not for the first down to
See who that is.
24
That may be
yard line.
Kevin Love
First down,
Traverse.
10 for Gloucester.
Not sure.
I think it could be,
Marian Zalski out there quickly.
because it looks like a single-digit number.
He's talking to her, explaining.
Okay. Don't want to see
What's
anybody
what?
get
No.
banged up in garbage time.
No.
And again, this is just a local cable broadcast of high school football, but we want to wish anybody out there who's listening to this game, watching this game, who was affected in any way, however small, however large, by the tragedy of this past week, all the best. And now it's the time to heal, JD, and some things are going to happen, as you said, over the next few days, few months, and maybe years that are going to change this planet as we know it. But this is the time to stick together and support community activities like sports and things like that, especially on the high school and grade school level.
Absolutely.
Testaverde over the left side, and he'll get ahead for a couple. That could be the last play of the game, depending on how quickly they spot the ball.
Testaverde's the ball carrier. Stopped by number 11, Mike Terriano.
And the new look fishermen come through with a very solid second half, JD. And looking forward to see what happens.
No, I like the second half. As we said, it's going to take a couple of games for some of these younger kids to settle in. They did have the advantage, as we said at the top, of experience, but you put a Dan Murray in there, seeing two-way action, above and beyond any expectations. Youngster sophomore Jack Reed saw some considerable action, and good second half, and I think a team that's going to get better.
All right.
Go ready, Rockets 6. Rockets' next game will be Friday night.
So the most important thing is we hope everybody came out of this healthy. We see the players shaking hands in the middle of the field, and I hope that we see that at every sports event, and we should see it at every sports event. And we're going to wrap it up from Reading. Once again, for David Cassidy, J.D. McEachran, and Bob Drowan, good night, and the final score, Gloucester 20 and Reading 6.
Over at Parker Middle School at 1:30.